I just was shocked. It was kind of disbelief. Why would someone do this? How did she do it?
Yeah, nurses are supposed to heal the sick and tend to the wounded. They're also supposed to be licensed.
But an IT-made investigation has uncovered weaknesses inside Indiana's system that allows imposter nurses to flourish. IT-mate's Bennett Haeberle explains what they are. Bennett?
David, every other year, nurses are required to renew their licenses. Most states offer this through password-protected websites. Indiana is one of 5 states with lesser requirements, which we found can easily be manipulated.
Anything we can do to help people who are really in desperate need.
Holly Amick spends her free time online.
And it's just amazing the needs that are out there.
She's part of a Facebook prayer group that offers a helping hand to those in need.
Everything is volunteer.
Several months ago, Holly discovered another nurse had helped herself to her nursing license.
Right here by my thumb was the information that she had listed on her LinkedIn account.
Turns out authorities believe Holly's license had been accessed by another Holly, Holly Wide.
I just was shocked. It was kind of disbelief. Why would someone do this? How did she do it? How did she get my social security number? How did this happen?
What we do know is that Holly Amick is a registered nurse and Holly Wide is a licensed practical nurse, which requires less training. And court records show that Wide used Amick's RN license to get a job at this Columbus Rehabilitation Center, where she worked for more than a year as the director of nursing.
Why would someone want to steal a nursing license from someone?
Investigators believe that a large deal of her time was spent as an administrator, but she did have contact with patients.
Wide's job was 180 miles away from where Holly Amick lives in Lowell, Indiana. But that's not what tipped off investigators. Amick says she first noticed a discrepancy with her address in 2013 when she attempted to renew her license online.
The address was different. It was a completely different address.
Court records show Holly Wide not only used Holly Amick's nursing license, but applied for and received her college transcript, saying Amick was her maiden name. A lawsuit filed last spring shows Wide may have been in financial trouble, owing more than $6,000 in credit card debt before filing for bankruptcy. When her employer, Kindred Healthcare, attempted to garnish her wages, someone realized Wide's social security number didn't match the one on file. Even after being fired, prosecutors allege Wide attempted to use Amick's identity again to apply for other jobs, stating again that she was a registered nurse. There have been several cases in recent years where nurses have either practiced without a license or acted beyond their scope, some which led to patient overdoses, neglect, or abuse. We found one example where a nurse had someone else renew her license, and last November, an employer in Indiana attempted to renew the license of one of its employees.
I think it's fraud.
Attorney Lori Brown is also a registered nurse. She agreed to show us how easily Indiana's online renewal system can be manipulated.
I copy my license number and go to renew and update, put in the last 4 of your social, log in.
With a few keystrokes, Brown was able to change her address. And by looking up other court documents, we found the partial social security numbers for other nurses, meaning we could have easily accessed their information.
Is it concerning to you the ease with which you can renew a license?
Definitely, definitely. I think that, like any internet security, your password should be unique to you.
In fact, IT-Mate discovered most states require nurses to be assigned a username and secure password in order to renew online. Indiana is among only 5 states that does not. What's more alarming, states like Kentucky, Louisiana, North Carolina, and Texas all list suspected imposter nurses online in an effort to warn the public. Indiana has no such mechanism.
Does it ever make you wonder maybe they should have caught this sooner?
Yeah, I kind of do. I think that back in 2013, maybe there should have been some investigation gone on.
Holly Wide has agreed to plead guilty in federal court to charges of aggravated identity theft and providing false statements. Despite that, the state's nursing board has taken no action against her LPN license. That's right, it remains active. When we tried to question the board about this, the board's attorney interrupted.
if board members would be able to talk about this at all.
I guess he's saying I'm not allowed to.
So after another break in the meeting, I approached that attorney directly.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. You were saying that none of the board members can be interviewed?
No, they speak through rules, they speak through adjudications.
Both the Indiana Professional Licensing Agency and the Attorney General's office declined our requests for an on-camera interview. Instead, both provided statements saying in part that the legislature would need to act to evoke some change. Holly Amick thinks that change could come in the form of photos or fingerprints attached to nursing licenses. She also says that healthcare facilities need to do a better job of screening employees.
That needs to be stressed with some of the healthcare facilities is look these licenses up, make sure they're valid, make sure that person is really who they say they are.
An IPLA spokesman told me just this afternoon it has no information about Holly Wide's license or any plans to change the current licensing system. There are new questions, however, about the board's actions, which nurses retain their licenses, and complaints brought by the Attorney General's office. We'll stay on top of it. Bennett, Haeberle, 24 Hour News 8.